Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my own life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I know my patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger.
Chad, baby, it is Friday. NFP, baby, feels like a test match in here. Hope the boys are ready. Keegs, how are you feeling? NFP Friday, baby.
Locked in, baby. We're gonna do what we do today. Bring it home as usual. So yeah, excited for it.
Alrighty, Chad. Bad day to be. Yeah. Anyways, Chad, I'm gonna be here till about 11:30. I don't think we'll stream till then. Gonna see what's in the markets, but yeah, prep has been done. I think we've established our thesis last night with the boys. I feel comfortable. Win or lose, the thing is that the prep has been done. We've explored all options. We've put together our thought process, and end of the day, it's just sticking to it, win or lose. So if we win, incredible. If we don't win, then it's just a case of things not panning out as we should. And for any one of the diehards saying NFP news trading is gambling, 100%, we've never not said it's not gambling. Anything in the market that you don't know exactly what the outcome is going to be is technically gambling, Chad. You waking up in the morning driving to work is a gamble. You going on an airplane is a gamble. You don't know for certain what the outcome is going to be. So to a large extent, we take the information we've got at hand, we build our thesis, we execute on it, and the risk that's on the table, that is what we are willing to lose for that session, for that specific trade idea. And ultimately, that is what we're going to do. Chris is op die tafel vandag. Sterkte vir daar, 'n bietjie waterpille vir Keeks, and all right. Anyways, Chad, before we get started, as every morning we're going to start off with our prayer, not because we want to, because we need to. We need to cover our businesses, our families, our friends, everything we do here, and you as well. So, Chad, before we start here, as every morning, Bible says, if you do not know how to pray, pray this very simple prayer: that our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. And if you believe that, Chad, you can drop an amen right now in the chat.
Hey, amen. Baby.
Amen, amen, baby. All right, Chad, let's get straight into it. We've got quite a bit to talk about today. So, Chad, big one. Everything leading up to today. We've got some GDP coming out a little bit later, 11 o'clock for the euro, but obviously all eyes are going to be on North America and America itself, with Canada having their employment figures coming out, dollar having their employment figures coming out. So just looking at the headline numbers here, Chad, they're expecting average hourly earnings to increase from 3.6 to 3.7. They're expecting the month on month to increase as well. So expecting inflation to still be somewhat sticky. Payrolls 160, one of the lowest forecasts for a bit. So I don't know if they're trying to bolster the dollar or what they're trying to do, but that is quite a low number. So it's going to not be too difficult to surprise to the upside. Fed futures. Let's quickly look at what Fed futures is doing here this morning. All right, Chad, very close to that equilibrium number, 42.58. So not yet sold on the 0.25 basis point cut, but actually basically almost neutral. I think this is still going to shift a little bit before NFP, but ultimately, Chad, this opens up the door for a reprice to happen. NFP today, why I say it's going to be a big move, because NFP is going to determine what's going to happen on September the 18th. All right, Chad. So with it being relatively neutral, markets are not yet sold. Markets are still waiting to see what the data is going to tell us. November, expecting basically a 0.5 in November, currently 48 and then 34 years. So potential 0.5 if we go with the 0.25 for September, and then December still relatively neutral. So I think after today, September is going to be priced, and then we're going to start looking towards the two more meetings for the rest of the year, and that's where the focus is going to shift to. All right, so now coming back to the charts. Daily for me on DXY is bearish. Yesterday closing bearish, coming back basically slipping lower, almost a gap. So we can potentially be trading to these lows down here. 5 minute time frame, what do we have? 5 minute, we've got let's just wait for it to load. Already dollar dying down here. Previous daily low already tested, breaking lower. Daily S1, weekly S1, key level down here. So interesting level to be trading to a little bit later. US 30, Justin C, baby. Let's just get that on your kicks. All right, Justin C already dropping some pounds here. Justin C shot, my brother. Really appreciate the dono, W dono there. US 30 on the daily chat. Let's quickly look at it. US 30. Yesterday, daily candle closing below this previous support area. And today, we can expect price to continue lower, go and fill out that wick. So daily bias is somewhat bearish for me. Daily bias is bearish. What is the 5 minutes showing us on the lower time frames? All right. Trading below the daily EQ, daily pivot, chat, very, very important. Monitor this zone right here. Daily EQ, daily pivot, previous weekly low all the way up there, currently trading below the previous weekly low. Asia lows down here. I'm going to say this is your level to monitor. Everything's going to happen around this zone right there, and that's where you want to be placing your bets from. All right. Daily on Nasdaq as well, also still bearish, taking the previous daily low. Very interesting that we're already at the weekly low as well. So Daily is bearish. 5-minute time frame. What do we have on the 5? We've got a nice big Asia range here. Previous daily low now being tapped. Asia lows trading lower than yesterday's low. 2 zones to actually monitor here for you guys. This zone right here. All right, that zone up there. And then also we've got this zone right here. This is where things are going to really start to spice up. These are your 2 zones that you want to be trading from. Otherwise up higher, I don't know. These are the 2 zones that I would say you need to focus on. Daily for me on gold, beautiful. We've got a beautiful bullish move yesterday. And can we expect now for price to go and fill out this range up here, Chad? That is the idea. We're basically stuck in this bigger daily range. Are we still going to chop here till September? I don't know, but it is bullish on the day. 5-minute time frame. What do we have on the 5 here? Okay, Asia highs being taken. Now trying to hold above Asia highs. Let's see what the grids are telling us. 25.20, previous daily high all the way up here, weekly R1. So I'm going to say for this session, Chad, what we want to be focusing on is firstly this level here. Secondly, 25.20. And if we cannot get above those levels, I want to say sells for me only below here. All right, sells only below there. 80 is starting to crumble a little bit here. So interesting day. The way dollar is set up, the way gold is set up, but we've got some zones that we can trade here this morning. For the JSE, Hang Seng closing relatively flat on the day. Just to show you guys here, Hang Seng closing relatively flat, Nikkei closing down 0.73%. JSE on the day is technically bearish, Chad. So yesterday closing bearish, but the only concern is yesterday taking a high and a low of a previous day, so somewhat consolidative. Can we get some push back to the upside? I'm still considering potential buys here for that gap fill here. Is that the only gap we've got? Yeah. I don't know if we're going to close that gap during NFP or we're going to close it here today, but the only thing I'm going to focus on is the opening range. And then I want to see where we are with the opening range. But weekly S3 yesterday holding somewhat and now breaking back below it. So it seems like there's a little bit more downside on the JSE, but we're going to take it step by step. And just want to get Keegan on here. Keegs, over to you, my brother. Chad, sorry man, no P for TP here today. The last time I drank something was before 7. My mouth is already a little bit dry, but anyways.
All right, guys. So let's get into the dollar. We obviously at the end of the week. First thing you guys want to take note of is we are trading bearish, but opening up today with a nice gap over here. So you guys definitely want to take a look at what's happening there. Definitely the potential for those pullbacks are on. We could see something trading into this weekly S1 as that's very, very close by. And then go for those pullbacks. The daily pivot, EQ all up here with that nice gap in the market. So we definitely want to keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be very strict on this, guys. Obviously today we expect NFP to be a very, very big number. So not in the sense of the number, but as in the sense of the move and what it's going to do for the markets. So I won't say personally I'm not going to take a trade. If a proper tradable opportunity comes about, we'll look for it, but I do think we're going to get a bit of manipulation and some range in, obviously just building up for NFP. I think really majority of the pairs, as you guys know, especially gold we're going to look at today, are US pairs, and a lot of that volume is just going to be anticipating the news. So we just want to keep a lookout for that. But as I said, obviously that gap down, we can see basically Asia highs was the hold, immediately going for Asia lows, breaking further down previous daily lows, and as we said, continuing. So that weekly S1 really does become a nice level for us to see this find support and kind of reverse this one-way momentum again, knowing that that gap fills there, and we've got the daily pivot EQ nice and lined up with those lows over there. So definitely something to look out for. Going to be taking a bit of a neutral outlook on dollar over here. So we're going to see what happens there. With NASDAQ, don't know why this is taking so long. Just let it load here, guys. Don't know, my trading view froze. If we lost the internet, I don't know. Can I go to, okay, well, I can go to US30. So let's look at US30. US30, again, guys, very, very much a bullish market. I think we can't deny that. This just has been that natural pullback. Obviously, we are now at that key area, so we want to see what's going to happen here now. This has been retested all the way down to the monthly pivot, basically, and now a big rejection away from that. So we're going to look at what's going to hold over here. Understanding, maybe we can see it on the 4 hour. There was the test, falling just short of the monthly pivot, but it tested the 200. So that's obviously where we've seen that momentum come in, trading back up, getting back above this key area, and now starting to hold on these highs. We did also retest this level over here of rejection, and then bouncing off of that to go back into the zone. So when we look at it, guys, very, very simple. You got a previous daily low underneath us, and we've got a previous weekly low above us. So for me personally, I think we're really going to see DXY ranging between these levels. Again, you're not going to get a breakout of this personally until after the news. Those are two big levels, which both need to carry a lot of momentum to be broken. And obviously that is where the news is going to come into play with this. We obviously can see daily pivot EQ is in the range, so it has been tested. So even the guys that know the grabber kick is off the table today, that technically your Asia highs, Asia lows. This would have been the retest move, which is obviously missed. So yeah, grabber is off the table today on US30. Where we are trading now, guys, hold it under that 47.50, that key level. If this continues, you can obviously look for the sells. We spoke about seeing the indices and equities moving the same way as the dollar, so you're just going to keep a lookout for that. But again, we could be trading back up to here. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see the US30 and those pairs trading close to that daily pivot EQ ahead of news. So I know it's going to sound like a broken record here today, but again, it's just emphasizing how important that news is today. Let's see if NASDAQ loads now. Still doesn't look like it. I don't know why. Maybe we'll come back to it later, guys, but I'm just going to keep the ball rolling. I don't know why specifically NASDAQ won't load. Okay, nothing will load now. So I don't know if my trading view is frozen. Okay, there's DXY. Well, there's gold. Okay, so let's go to gold. What, Chris? Just remember, you're not losing anything. You're just upgrading to factory settings.
Default settings.
But yeah, guys, gold, big move yesterday. We spoke about this, having that break. Again, we had that weekly pivot. I don't know why, if it's our internet or if it's trading, but this is very slow.
Wait, let me try and shift US30 NASDAQ. Yeah, mine's working fine.
But as you know, about weekly pivot here at the bottom, guys. So we knew once we had the break over here, we were going to trade back down for that retest. Got the retest of the weekly pivot and that level, and then holding strong. Obviously, you got the break above here, these little highs. So once that continuation, you got a previous daily high and the R1, and then obviously we know if you are talking of the range, there is the highs over there. So we are in a new range now. That is obviously a good thing to know, especially the fact we did hold on the highs. But as you said, yeah, looking here now, previous daily high, weekly R1. If this does trade there, I do think there's a good chance of us having a pullback to Asia highs. Otherwise, if we already seem to fail, yeah, and we get back into the Asia range, I think it's a good chance we are trading down for those Asia lows as they are untested. We've got the daily pivot EQ, all of that underneath us, the 200 underneath us, which still hasn't been tested for the day. So there's just a lot of confluencies that are going to show to that pullback. But obviously, the first thing I'm going to wait for is the break back into Asia highs. So definitely going to see what happens here. Again, I'm not saying there won't be a trade from our side, but because again, on the emphasis of how important today is, I'm going to be very skeptical of taking any trades now because of being aware that we can have manipulation and range bound ahead of the news. Obviously, markets trying to price in whatever they think is going to happen. So it's going to be a bit of a volatile one, but we're going to see if we can get anything. But basically for me, guys, I know it sounds bad, but all the pairs almost looking at a very, very neutral outlook at the moment.
Keeks, can I ask you to do the fundamental chat today? I just need to save some of that moisture in my mouth for the rest of the stream.
No problem. Let's go find it, yeah, guys.
Keeks gonna do the fundamental chat,
Okay.
but it has to be quick.
Only
Yeah.
problem is I can't scroll all the way up, so I don't know. I see slashy, but I don't know if there was anything
No, it's
before
slashy.
this.
It's slashy. The dollar was weaker on
Okay, cool.
Thursday. Here we go,
Perfect.
chat.
Alright,
Here we
guys.
go, baby.
Fundamental chat. The dollar was weaker on Thursday in what was a choppy session. On what the day the dollar saw immediate weakness and hit what?
Troughs. Session troughs.
Is that a word, bro?
Yeah, session troughs. That's the lows.
All right, I even learned something. Session troughs of 196 after the AB National Employment Report. U.S. Treasury Secretary Yellen says U.S. labor market has become less tight but continues to create jobs, have a good, strong job market, and growth continues at a rapid pace. I do not agree with that one. U.S. stocks lack direction for the majority of the day. SPX plus 0.3%, index flat, minus 5. Do I need to read all of that?
DJ, yeah, you
Okay.
have to. That's the fundamental
Root
chat.
0.6%, but ultimately base hit low rates in the day following a slew of mixed US data. As was initially weighed on by soft ADP, which came in underneath the bottom end off of the forecast range, sectors finished largely to the downside, led by healthcare, industrials, and financials. Do I also have to read Dylan stuff?
Yeah, they're part of the
Is that
fundamental
also part
chat.
of it?
Yeah.
Israeli PM Netanyahu said the ceasefire deal with Hamas is not close.
Sorry, I laugh because the first time I saw it, it's Netanyahu. But good. I'm gonna give Keegan at least a 9 out of 10. Very close on his first one. Okay.
All right, US ADP national employment. I think we already read that in Thingy's one. I apologize for my absence yesterday's G's. All right, yen gains solid ground as USD remains tepid ahead of non-farm payrolls. AD remains subdued. GDP gathers strength above 13150. Euro 2-day uptrend pauses near 50% fib. In other news, all right, guys. All right. In other news, a nationwide call for the recycling of plastic straws in Colombia has been made official. All right. Colombia's biggest revenue comes from exports, yet beach turtles have been sniffing. Beach turtles have been sniffing all the products in country. Save our seas, save the turtles, and save Colombia's export income. All right.
That's a chat. I think. Kicks, fundamental chat, baby.
Bro, I swear sometimes, and it's always Bev's ones. When you read Bev's ones, you're like, am I reading this correctly? Like, are my eyes seeing what I'm reading?
Chad, that is the fundamental chat. A lot of you guys thought Keegan can't read, like he's not Floyd Mayweather. The man can read, guys. He doesn't only read price charts. The man reads as well.
Well, Chad, it's ADP day. Some mentals accounts are getting clapped today.
Chris, how long will the 20 grabber kicks last you? Bro, that's the issue, man. If you're married, it's 4 grabber kicks a year, so it could take me up to 4 years to deload that gun.
Hello, Chris. How are you? I missed you so much when I watched your reaction video on Donvo.
All right.
Chris has always been here. I don't know where you been that you missed him, but he's always been here, bro. Save the turtles. Alright, guys. It's the turtle wave. It's extincting all those turtles in Colombia.
Alrighty, Chad. Let's see how we open up.
I can't even begin to describe what Donvo did to me. He wiped out my 7K account in less than 4 hours. I've been copying his trades for 2 months with good results, but suddenly everything crashed. Oh, unlucky, bro. I feel so.
Yeah, Chad. Myself and Keegs actually talked about it yesterday. And dude, if Donvo blew up, it happens. There's Shaq. Shaq blew up a PAM as well. The man came forward immediately and said, dude, it was, he spoke about it on the podcast as well. He man up to it. It's cuck. It's not good. But again, just man up to it. Come out, say, dude, the pressure got to me. I got into a bad rut. It happens, Chad. It honestly happens. So we're not trying to gun the guy, but then to go delete all of your stuff on IG. You basically go rogue. Nobody knows where you are. There's people that believed in you, that invested with you, and all of a sudden you're just gone. And I think that is the issue for me. And again, somebody saying yesterday, nothing's going to happen to him because they've got all of these disclaimers from the broker. Yes, that is good and true, but the issue is if there was a equity deal, that's going to really make things difficult for him to get out, because then it's all about here's the thing, Chad, with any regulated entity, it's always about what is the best interest of the client, treating your clients fairly. And is that treating your clients fairly where you get them to invest into a PAM or a MAM? I saw some guys want to get super technical. The only difference between a MAM and a PAM, you see all of the money on one MT4. With a MAM, you just see one master account. Whatever you put into the master account, that's what you see. And it copies those trades to the other accounts proportionally to what that account size is. So to try and get difficult now with, oh, Chris, it was a MAM, it wasn't a PAM. Dude, same difference. There's a guy trading the account. Those accounts filter through. It's just a technical difference. So guys should actually go and read up on the MAM and PAM before they try and... yeah, anyways. And then also what I will say is, and I actually told this to Shaq when I spoke to him after he crashed that PAM, and I said, dude, to a large extent, I know it's bad. I know it's cuck that it happened. But here's the thing. People investing into something like that should know that this is a highly, highly risky type of investment. Anything to do with leverage, anything to do, even if you go low float stocks, anything that's got the ability to be very volatile. And in a lot of cases with CFDs, the volatility is created with the leverage, where you can over leverage, and even with small price movements, you can create quite a bit of volatility on the account. And I'm talking about P&L shifting. It is always a high risk bet. That's why you'll see brokers, you'll see all of this. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. These are super high risk investments. So if you took money that you can't afford to lose and you threw it behind a guy trading out of his bedroom, or I don't know where he was, for the most part he was trading out of his bedroom where he was living with his parents. That, yeah, Chad, that is a lot of faith you put into a young guy that, dude, is not even married yet. He hasn't even lived life yet. The man is yet to actually face some controversy in his life. And now you're going to trust him with your life savings. That is bold. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of trading in one day. That was a lot.
Trading out of his bedroom, yes. So, yeah, Chad, that's the. It's honestly sad, and I don't even want to think that he's got an equity deal. And here's the thing: if he blew up, come out and say, listen, you guys, this was this MAM-PAM thing. I didn't realize there's so much stress involved trading other people's money. Guys are messaging me, we're losing money, what is happening? And now you say, and then I saw some of the guys saying, oh, Don will make it back. Dude, 95% drawdown, he needs to create a return of 1,900%. Yeah, Chad. The man hasn't developed in him, yeah. So no, I know, Gold Digger. That's what I'm saying. But the fundamental principle of a MAM and a PAM is exactly the same. There's somebody this is the thing. There's somebody that is trading the portfolio. So the only difference is the MAM. The MAM, you've got your master account. And the master account, you can put $100 in there. And that master account will copy to the slave accounts. Okay. The PAM is a little bit more professional, where you see all of the funds on one big account. So you know exactly what is invested in your PAM. So there you see one account. So the guys will still open up their PAM. They'll click, link it to Don's PAM, whatever. And it's still a case of then percentage allocated. It's like a mutual fund. So yeah, dude, it's the same thing. It's just a different type of tech. So even if the MAM, you can trade a MAM with $1,000, and all it does is proportionally copy that to all of the slave accounts. But MAM, PAM, the dude blew up. If it was a PAM or a MAM, if he traded like he traded, same result. $3 million. That is very sad. And here's the thing as well. Raja coming onto that video yesterday and commenting there, "Oh, Chris, you deserve an Oscar for it." And I'm like, dude, Raja, you know I've been a big advocate for you before you started your own broker. And my thing is I'm not against anybody in the industry. But then when he started doing bullshit stuff on his own broker, claiming it to be real, that is the issue that I've got. And now he wants to talk. You don't know anything about me. Dude, I was watching you while you were still streaming out of your bedroom in Canada. So I've been in the game. I've seen everyone. I've seen the other overweight guy from the UK that was also part of the Forex family. Like, I've seen all of these guys come and go, and again, it's the intent. And I will eat my shoe if Raja comes out and he comes out and he says, "Chris, you know what? You are right. None of the trades I took on that 50K account with Dominion, none of those trades were routed to any LP. It's technically trading a demo account. There was no LP connected to it. At that stage, we were still a white label with B2B. But now it begs the question, why did Raja not speak out against Uncle Ted? That Uncle Ted all of a sudden become his liquidity provider to say, "Hey, Raja, I'm sitting on $500 million. You don't have to go to a liquidity provider. I'll provide you with the liquidity." These are the type of questions you need to ask. And it's not about, "Oh, Chris, you're a conspiracy." No, these are the type of questions you need to ask, Chad. Yeah, Stian, there you go. You should.
Bro, did you see this? Just sorry, because I know you're obviously looking at the JC and that. RC Markets just got fined 50,000 euros by SASEC for not facilitating best executions for clients and unclear pricing.
How much? 50,000?
50,000 euros.
That's nothing for them.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Chad, I think I told you guys a lot of these brokers take these fines on the chin because that 50,000 euro fine in the bigger scheme of things is making them 5 to 10 million euros. So Bokke wen môre met 1 punt. Hey, Vinci. But anyways, yeah, Raja, they don't have an issue with the guy. All I'm saying is, Raja, own up to your marketing tactics. Don't talk all of this cuck, this bullshit. I don't even know, 178,000% return. Yeah. His head is so far up his own arse, I don't even think he can see the light of day. But yeah. Alright, Chad. Markets have been open and in motion for 5 minutes. This is the official round 9. Ding, 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 ding. Fight. All right, Ski. Let's see Chad DXY going for those, going for that key level here. Loses 5%, gains 2%. It shows 2% gain. No, dude, Raja is a man is slippery. The man is slippery. Pepperstone is good. I told the guys one of the first brokers I traded with was Pepperstone, and then Pepperstone withdrew their services from South Africa many years ago. And at that stage, I went over to JP Markets. So there was something to do with, I think it's ASIC, if I'm not mistaken. Is it ASIC? Not the shoe, ASIC. ASIC regulator. Okay, wait, let's just go here. Who's the financial? Is it CFR? Okay, Council of Financial Regulators. Oh, but yes, it ASIC, Australian Securities and Investment Commission. So they are very strict, Chad. Very strong legislation and policy there. Similar to what we've got, I think it's the FCA that's in Europe. FSA is the financial one in the Seychelles. Let me give you guys a little bit of insight while we wait for the shuffle to happen here. There is a reason why a lot of these brokers have some of their shell companies or some of their holdings under the main holdings in islands like Vanuatu, the Bahamas, the Cayman Island, all of these little island countries. That is where they do their B-book operations. That's where they, I almost want to say, they do their dirty operations, okay? Because the stuff they do with those regulations, for instance, Vanuatu is very loosely regulated. So you get away with a lot there. You're not going to do that with SciSec, the FCA, SEC, all of that, because these are very highly regulated regulators, and some of the stuff that the brokers do, they will get absolutely clapped for that. So that's why a lot of these brokers will basically, this is how they do it. They've got, let's call it their show pony, their company that they basically have all of these beautiful regulations, and this is for marketing, saying we're regulated with all of these companies, this and that. And then they've got their island companies. And these island companies, this is where they do their B-book brokering. This is where they get away with a lot of the tax stuff. This is where they funnel money. So the only reason why they're actually regulated with all of these big boys, let's say the big five, is to show that on the face of their marketing. To say, hey, we are regulated with the five big regulators, this and that. But then there's back-to-back agreements going lower, and there's like internal stuff happening here. That's for show, Chad. And I'm talking, I wouldn't disclose, but I've got a lot of contacts in the industry where the one guy actually said, he said you wouldn't believe this company here, for instance, has got 10 employees. This is now supposed to be the big one, 10 employees. The island one, where all of the money actually goes through, this one has got 2,000 employees. And the regulators at one stage were like, all right, guys, you are bullshitting now. Like, there's nothing really happening here. You're using that as a marketing thing. Like, you guys need to balance this out. So, anyways, But yeah, that's why Raja will never come on a podcast with me, because unlike Words of Wisdom, that's trying to buy credit with him, I will rip him to pieces. So, and if you think about it, Words of Wisdom was put on the map with he had another guy, CB, one of his mates that also had a YouTube channel. So CB, Words of Wisdom, I've been following Words of Wisdom since he had 2,500 subscribers. He was pushing quite big on Twitter before he left, just after he left AstroFX. Raja Banks single-handedly gave him a platform because Raja was already big then. So Words of Wisdom got a podcast with Raja, and that is what basically kickstarted Words of Wisdom's YouTube career. Raja again then went over to, see the thread here, Raja went over to Alex G. Alex G years ago also. So these guys all try and infiltrate one another's communities and markets. So go back to when Raja started Dominion Markets. He then went over to the US, did a podcast with Alex G, spent some time there, made a big fuss about that. Then later on, Words of Wisdom. So anyways, chat, so that's why Words of Wisdom would never really go at him hard, because again, Raja put Words of Wisdom's YouTube channel on the map. No, I'm blocked by Aman and Sean Lee, so I don't even know. Yeah, King, it's crazy. Sean Lee came back. He's in Thailand. Oh, Sean Lee's a very weird dude, Chad. Very, very weird character. But that's none of my business. Alright, Chad, let's see where we're going to close with this candle. We've got our opening range on the JSE. So yeah, that's the thing. A lot of guys haven't been in the industry long enough. Like I said, I've been here since the start. I've seen the guys come. I've seen them go. And I honestly had a lot of respect for Raja. That was the first time ever I saw somebody trade live, and I thought, dude, this is next level. I thought, no man, it can't be true. And I think the man started off with good intentions, Chad. I'm honest. The Raja Banks that was trading out of his bedroom in a dark little room with a neon sign behind and a cap, and the Raja you see now, two completely different people. So but I guess these boys will do anything to get a bag, Keeks. Anything to secure the bag. Bro. Victor S, you can use the card payment method, brother. Like Lyndon said there. Use card payment, Visa, MasterCard. Chris, do you end up logging into your JP account? No, dude. I haven't. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Such video viewers will experience buffering. Dude, is our internet chalked?
That's what I was saying, bro. Mine's chalking out the whole time.
Yeah, the stream status is showing poor.
So I don't know why, but yeah,
Let's
mine.
quickly check speed test. Yeah, we're barely getting 100 megs per second. I don't know why we're paying for 500 meg. Let's actually ask Mo to follow up now. Chat, how's the stream? Something is up here. Fine now. Okay, yeah, there it's back. Excellent condition. But yeah, chat, anyway, I don't want to sound like a broken record. All I'm asking is that if somebody's doing something dubious, just ask the question. Like, bro, how do you make 178,000%? Like, I just want to know. I guess some of these portfolio managers, if you had to go and take that to them and say, hey, what do you think of this guy here trading out of his bedroom, making 178,000%? And then they're going to be like, but Chris, why don't you go back to the Robbins World Cup and go and check Larry Williams only managed to do 11,000%. So and the thing with Larry is Larry did that on options, chat. So options is options you can make that type of returns. If the premium jumps on options, you can make a lot of money. Is it 11,000? Wait. Yeah, 11,376, 1987, shortly after the Great Depression, 1983. So
crazy, bro.
Michelle Williams, I wonder if that's his wife. Michelle Williams in 1997 on futures, 1,000%. Keeks, that is mad, bro. Forex, you won't see ridiculous returns. Forex, 104% in 2007. That's pre global financial crisis. Let's check here. Forex, 44% 2009. Andrea Unger, 240. That's big, but it's futures and Forex, so it's a mixed bag there. Tim Ria, 104%. Okay, 108, 109, 164. Forex here, Nicholas Beresci, I think it's that Italian guy, 100% there. 200. So that's what I'm saying, guys. These are, and I've studied some of these guys. So Jan Smolin, the German, yeah, he's done very well. And these are the type of returns these boys make. These are guys that actually trade. And then you go over to a guy trading with his own broker, Patrick Neal, 220. Patrick Neal and Jan Smolin, both of them Germans. And that's all I'm saying is, Chad, these are guys that are highly calculated. They've got algorithmic systems that they use with their normal trading. And this is what the boys make. So ask yourself. Own broker. Anyways. Would anyone be trying to sell courses when making that percentage? Gold Digger, that's my point. Wait, let me actually show you guys. So let me see. I don't know if he's removed me, but I was on Raja's Slack. Let me see if I can still get in there. I think it's got about 7,000 people. I don't have that email. It's got about 7,000 people. So let's quickly do that. 7,000. 7,000 people times $500. That's $3.5 million just from selling his courses. Then he's got magic keys. What does it cost? 100, 200. He's openly stated that they make around about $3 to $5 million a year with that. So, dude, the businesses around him make the money, not his trade. I don't think he's traded live in the last 4 years. I don't think he's actually had money at risk in the market for the last 4 years. Any suggestions for a trusted broker with no or raw spreads on? Donnie, it's going to be tough because I thought XNES was raw. Not the case. Not the case. They say it's a raw spread account, and then when you actually execute, it's like, no, dude, it looks raw, but you guys have a markup. Keegan will also tell you. This keen for, what is that, a Festex boot. I try to watch him trade live whenever he does, but never seen him win fake account or not. Yeah, Goldie guy, I think you lose touch with what it is to actually trade money, have money at risk. Chris, do you offer private online classes? I'm interested in learning price action. Go exclamation G. We don't have a private mentorship, but we've got a group. We do 2 calls a week with them and 1 boot camp a month with them. So be sure to check that out if you want to get a little bit closer to us. Sure. Nasdaq, US 30, all crumbling gigs. Shish.
Market's coming alive.
Shish. What is happening here, Chad? Let's check Hispanic European stocks poised to snap 4-week run of gains. Damn.
Keys only up for NFP today. Quite. Nah, guys, I'm locked in for it. But yeah, I mean, Chris having like a little chat about Randra. I'm just listening to these idiots.
Did he only get fined 3.8 million, bro?
Who's this?
Uncle Ted. And King, if you consider it, why would you never show your face? The last time Uncle Ted showed his face, I think, was 6-7 years ago. That man is a ghost on the internet. And I think you wouldn't even know if he's standing in front of you. That's always my question, Chad. Why would you, when he did Instagram lives years ago, he would have the phone, but the phone would be looking at like a pen on a table, and he would talk. He would never show his face. And then he also proceeded to delete all of the fake shit that he was putting on his own broker as well. He was making like $1 million a day, $2 million a day. But anyway, Chad, yeah, that's. And then when he came onto the one, this was also a couple of years ago, he came onto the one live stream of Don. And he was chatting there about Wix, and Don were asking him about they got absolutely wrecked with slippage. And he was saying, oh no, so what happens is there wasn't enough liquidity on the books, so we had to actually go and we basically take money and we put money into the liquidity account again so that there's more liquidity. And I'm like, Uncle Ted, I'm in the comments there, I'm like, are you smoking crack, my brother? I'm like, do you actually even know how a liquidity agreement works? It's not about a case of there's not liquidity on the books. Are you fucking retarded? A liquidity provider, Chad, let me explain this. And that's why I'm saying that the guys running a white label brokerage and then they talk about liquidity and I don't even know what they're talking about. So here's the thing. Here's the broker. Let me draw it for you while we wait here. There's the broker. Okay. That's the broker right there. Then you've got you call it a liquidity bridge. All right. Now, on your bridge, you can have multiple LPs because it is the right of the LP to accept your flow or not. So, an LP can deny your flow. So, usually, what brokers do is they've got multiple LPs. And then what happens on the liquidity bridge, they usually have a system here trying to route those orders to the LPs. But let's say that LP does not accept the order. Then what's going to happen is from the bridge, it's going to try and push it to this LP. Let's say that LP doesn't accept the orders, it will go to this one, and then this LP will accept it. And then what happens is at the end of the month, the broker either invoices the LP or the LP invoices them. So if the traders made money, there's obviously an amount that needs to be paid by the LP. Let's take it 100K. Let's make it green. Traders made money that month, okay? So then what's going to happen is the broker is going to go ahead. They're going to invoice the LP because there's a net differential of 100K that needs to be paid over to the broker. But let's say traders lost money and you are routing that to the LP. Then what happens is the LP is going to say at the end of the month, all right, Mr. Broker, your traders basically lost money. We carried the trades. What's going to happen now is you're going to need to settle your account with us for $100,000. And the broker is then going to proceed to take $100,000 that was lost by the clients that is in a segregated account if they are compliant. And they're going to take that 100K and going to say, all right, Mr. LP, there's that 100K. Our books on our balance for the next month. It's not a case of you put money, dude. And that's what pisses me off when these guys talk about this, and the layman doesn't understand this because the layman does not know how a broker works. And then they talking that cuck on a stream, Ted specifically, and I'm like, Ted, dude, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, listen to this guy talking about B book and A book and anyways. So anyways, Chad, I'm going to do some video content on that. Because yeah, I think if you know how something works, then you can ask the right questions, and then you can know that in all cases, the best interest of a broker should be for the client. Even with the FASE Act, the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Service Act in South Africa, everything hinges around treating your client fairly. The first question they're going to ask you is, did you treat your client fairly? We understand there could have been a technical issue, whatever, but did you take the measures to make sure that your client's best interest were at heart? And that is what the guys miss. That's why they don't want to be regulated. A guy like Raja will say, oh, why must I pay all this money to be regulated, just to be regulated? You need to be regulated because there needs to be certain rules set for you as a broker. Otherwise, you make your own rules. And how will there be arbitration if you're not complying to any laws or any policies? How do we regulate you then? If there's not a rule set, there's a set of rules when you regulate it, and you need to comply with all of those rules. All right. So that is what regulation is there for. There's a set of rules. You comply to it. Beautiful. Now what happens is if something happens to the client's funds or whatever happens to the client, then we can go back and say, all right, Mr. Client, we are going to get somebody that's going to arbitrate this case, and we're going to look at it from both sides. Okay, the broker did take reasonable action. They did try and do everything in their power to solve the issue, but they couldn't, so it's fine. They are still complying with our set of rules, and our set of rules state that in a case where this has happened, this is how we remediate it, and this is the road going forward. But if there's no rules, how do you go and you arbitrate something like that? You can't, because there's no guideline. You can only finger a man if you can find his finger. Donvo and Blueberry don't use fingers. Chris, shot for the info here. Did you get to learn all this info, man? I really want to learn more about the whole trading system. I did. I asked questions. Many years ago. Remember, I was potentially trying to structure a deal with FX Primus years ago to basically run their sub-Saharan African region. So we did a business development deal, and yeah, I had insights with still a good mate of mine. He's with he's with the biggest broker in the world now. I'm not going to mention names, but spent a lot of time with him, and he also showed me a lot of the inner workings. And then I've also consulted with a lot of retail brokers, and retail brokers, institutional brokers. I've gone through the process of fact finding. Can I call it fact finding to start my own broker? So I had a lot of meetings with CRM providers, a lot of meetings with tech providers. A good friend of mine, Steph, that's also in the industry, she introduced me to two Cypriot guys that had their own company. Finthalto, something like that. Finthalto, weird name, but basically what they did is they almost they were acting as consultants for a broker. So they basically almost do like the management of your tech, your LP, your bridge, all of that. So did quite a bit of that, and then I was like, oh damn, okay, so this is how the back end actually works on a broker. Kiggs, who were the big traders in your day when you started? Like the guys that you guys were, I wouldn't say look up to, but let's call it the main characters of the movie.
Are we talking just in SA?
No, in general, just for let me call it that class, your class. When you guys started getting, like, I feel like there's certain characters and individuals that almost they're prominent with a certain period of time in the trading.
I think that the big one, the no-brainer is the Q banks.
Okay.
The Q banks was, I think, everywhere. I mean, I only learned about Alex G later on, so I wouldn't say that, but I always knew Q banks. And then in SA.
But Q Banks, Alex G is also a spin-off from Q Banks. Eh? Yeah. So okay.
Where Alex, SA, I must say, because even when I got into it before, like Q was always the guy I knew. He was a trader like overseas. He was like the definition of what like the top dog was.
Yeah.
But then in SA, the guys that were doing it in SA, that's why I've always spoke about it before. Was even when I didn't know anything, there was the same thing of marketing that caught my eye. Was the mad charts,
really
mad charts, Jason Noah. I must say, I only even learned about even Joe Ash later on. I really didn't even know who Joe Ash was. But then I'd say Joe Ash. Like, those were the big ones for me, like, getting into the game. SA was definitely Joe Ash, Jason Noah, Mad Charts. That was legit. Like, I didn't even know a Clint. I didn't even know who the hell Clint was. I didn't know, like, these other guys. What's his name? RCG, what's his name?
Asbula. Are you talking about Asbula?
No, man, they're big boy.
The African Asbula. Leadership. Yeah, it's Asbula. He's sure. He's the African Asbula.
But yeah, him. And I think that was it for me when I got into it.
Astro was big at one stage. Believe it or not, when I started, it was the Greg Secker. It was Greg Secker, and there was another guy. I'm going to tell you guys now, Greg Secker. And then there was another guy. I was into Elliott Wave. It was 5 traders. It was 5 traders. What were they called? Let me see if I can find them. They. It was the one German guy. It was the one lady. There was an older guy that was trading something. There were 5 people. And they had a community as well. Chad, I come from the Cobus Kemp era. I thought CMT, you're not a trader if you don't pursue the CMT 1, 2, and 3. And I thought, this Elliott Wave thing, this is the future.
Red Act dropping signals, yeah.
We are buying for NFP, baby.
What are you buying? Are you buying dollar? Are you buying Red Act just coming in, dropping the signals?
My Kojo, or my Kojo, BOE, Bank of England. Here's the thing. There's prop traders, and I need to very carefully see how I use my words here. There are prop traders in SA that have big followings that's showing big success with prop firms, and again, Chad, I'll talk straight about somebody. I don't care. So this is not any one specific person. But what the boys do is they basically hedge prop firm accounts. They do certain stuff, and let me not get into it. So there's even guys that tend to show that they're real, and they're showing you these prop firm payouts, but what they're not showing you is the model how they get the prop firm payouts. And very soon, the prop firms are going to get onto them, and they are going to get absolutely wrecked. So all I'm saying is,
it's crazy, bro. Think about how the industry's changed over the years, like who the big boys are, or who the people are that everyone knows.
Hey, Michael, you still in for a journey, my brother. You're still in for a journey. Yeah, Greg, Greg never traded. Greg was that typical. Is he still open though? Greg Sucker. I say Greg Sucker. What a. I think he's done. I think he had like his last push. Remember when he was like on everywhere on YouTube? Hey guys, I'm just on my way to the Charltons for the horse racing. Yeah, I'm standing outside of my helicopter that's not even started, but I just climbed out of it just for effects. But anyways, Here's my website where I actually trade inside another chopper. But this one is not a Bell Ranger. This is actually a R44 Raven 2. This is a non-jet helicopter. Very cheap for me. And I'm trading with my Sony here. And this is just beautiful. This guy is I almost want to say he's the cancer that started this lifestyle selling. This guy here. What I do, entrepreneur, philanthropist, master trader. Chad, I think I even despise this guy more than any other. Learn to trade. Kings, did you remember when it was on that big push and it was actually cycling as well? Guys, this is the beauty of trading. I'm sitting here on my 50,000 Rand indoor trainer and I've got a projector on the screen. I'm looking at the charts. I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at my watch. And this is how I get the best of both worlds. I'm busy physically exerting myself while just looking at a chart, shooting this video, not actually going to take a chart, but this is phenomenal YouTube content. And a lot of you don't have this bike. A lot of you don't have this projector. A lot of you don't have a company that's trying to get people to trade with our systems that at best is same as baby pips, but you don't know that. But anyways, I'm going to spend a lot on this marketing. Some of you will buy this shit. But anyways, peace and love. Oh.
Nah, some of these oaks, bro. And it's crazy. You think of the ones that are coming through the ranks even now, bro. The ones that I think like we know of and we talk about who are relatively still quiet actually in the industry. There's that, if you want to say, the change of guard it's coming.
I was trading, dude, the JP Markets bonus. A lot of people won't even. Here's the thing. That is how Clint Fester made his money, Chad. And I think when you're a real trader, you don't even think about shit like this. But what they did is, Chad, for the guys that don't remember, JP Markets had a 100% drawdown bonus. Okay. So what that basically means is, let's say you deposit 100K. In your account, it's going to show 100K plus 100K credit, but the drawdown bonus, you could actually go into a negative of almost, you can blow 200K. So technically your account can go like minus, say, just before the stop out, let's say minus 185K. Okay. So the stop out margin for JP Markets, let me do this. So the stop out margin for JP Markets was 30%. Okay, so I want to show you guys something here. The margin requirement was 30%, okay? And what that basically states is that you still need to maintain 30% of the required margin in the account before you start getting stopped out. So what these buggers did was they actually took a 50K account on the one side, 50K on this side, and they took a 50K on this side. You go long on this side, you go short on this side. So what's going to happen is, because there's a 30% maintenance margin, for every, let's call it every cycle, you're going to make 30% on the amount that you've put in. So 30% of 50K you're going to make on the account that's right. So let's say this account is right. That account is basically going to double plus 30% of that. So what's that? It's going to be 115K. So this account is going to go up to 115K. You're going to blow this one. This one's going to sit on 115. This is going to sit on 115K. So your net on that is then basically plus 15. And the one day I our one mate told me, he's like, bro, there's these guys, they found this glitch, and I'm sitting there, and they're like, they found this glitch, and I'm like, what are you talking? They're like, dude, these boys are printing money, and I go on, and I'm like, no man, there can't be a glitch, and I open 2 demo accounts, and I do exactly this. I full margin the one side, full margin the other side. And as soon as this one gets margin called, I closed it. And as soon as this one margin called, I closed all of that. And I saw, oh my shit. Okay, so this 100% drawdown bonus, you actually... And I'm like, dude, what the flip? And myself and my mate then, John Pierre, I said, dude, I don't know, something... I'm like, is my brain glitching here? We each take 5K and we do it. And we worked it out. You make 30% because it's basically equal to your minimum maintenance margin. Then we were like, bro, no way. Like, something's off here. We did 5K. Then went 10K. And where JP Markets flagged us was that we went 100. I think the max at that stage was 150. And once we went 150, there came a little message through on the dashboard, like account suspended, and they were like, hey boys, you boys are messing about here. And I was like, hey man, we were. And by all means, you take back the money we made. If that is against the rules and regulations, we do it. But then it also came out, and Clint will tell you. And if he doesn't tell you, he's a liar. And then Clint was like, bro, we were doing it from the start. How do you think we made money with trading? So...
Right, what? Dude, till annoys me thinking you followed someone only for them to SC with you. Huh? Am I missing something? Also, NTO, which JP are you talking about?
No, I think Justin.
We said we're gonna get him on, talking about Clint O. But no, we said we're gonna get him on, guys. It's just a thing of how he's a very busy man and he's a little slippery. You gotta catch him. But we will.
No, listen here, guys. I've got a lot of respect for Justin. I've got a lot of respect for Justin. He's honestly, Keegan's met him before as well, when we were in Cape Town. I've got a lot of respect for him. I don't think something really went wrong with JP Markets. I think just in terms of the business, dude, the business just grew so quickly, and I don't think Justin was geared for it. You're still starting the business, and you expect a business to grow to a certain extent, but JP Markets, bro, exploded. Like, JP Markets just blew up in a big way. And again, it was about Justin. Justin, the person, he's very passionate about his business. He's very passionate about people when he speaks to people.
Justin's a good guy though. Like a.
No, so I don't think. I just think that machine just became very big very quickly. And it's a case of it becomes a runaway train. And again, the drawdown bonus, I think just later on they realized to say like, yo, okay, we are bleeding here. What are these? And that's the thing with traders, Chad, especially in this industry. If there's a little gap or a little glitch, they're gonna tear on that. If there's like a little thread. Kids, have you seen that when they see a little thread and they start pulling on it? When you check again, that jersey's got nothing on it, Chad. So now I've got a lot of respect for Justin. against the contrary belief from a lot of other guys. I've got a lot of respect for him.
Any reviews on Shix there, Chris? Shix.
Dane van der Mast. No.
I also don't know who that is.
JP Markets also had a 30-second delay at New York Open. I wonder where it went wrong. That's where my trading catapulted. Glad it's back. That's why banks avoid using stop loss orders in this. They prefer hedging strategy instead. Oh, Veracity. Yeah, shame. Shelly. Yeah, I think Shelly and them. Yeah. Any reviews on Shix? No, I don't.
You think Dharma can make a comeback? No. Guys,
Dude, actually, you know what? I think he can. Because look, here's my thing. Look at.
Okay, you mean make a comeback for himself or make a comeback on those accounts?
No, not the. No, the
No,
accounts
that's what
are
I'm saying.
sure.
No, the accounts are done.
accounts are-
Him making a comeback, he 100% can because his following is a cult following. 100% he can. But literally, Chris and myself spoke about this yesterday. If you guys are in his community, you'll see what the community was saying. This is a guy who again, it's a cult. These are follow him to thick and thin. You tell them to run through a wall, they'll run through a wall. But the guy said when this is the situation that's happening, the community is being torn apart and he's just left them in the dark. He's left them, he's ditched them. They sit 2-3 hours waiting for him to come on the stream, which he never comes on. They said as much as they love him and respect him, it's not a mutual thing. Because the fact he hasn't been transparent with them, he's just left them in the dark. He hasn't made a statement. He hasn't done anything. As much as he can be going through a tough time, you've abandoned your community. So there's no mutual respect and love for your community the way they love you. And I think that for me is the thing. Other than the accounts are gone, but his reputation amongst his own community, he's done major damage to.
Yeah, I don't. Hey, but here's the thing, Chad. So Shelly and Dane both come from Justin. So Shelly and Dane both worked for Justin. Obviously, when the JP Markets thing happened, all of them just jumped ship. IFX, Peter and Acker and Hanley as well. They wouldn't admit it. They were struggling. They were struggling because nobody shares or sells shares, 30% shares in a brokerage for 3 million rand. If you're doing well, okay. And JP Markets closing down basically catapulted a lot of these guys. So I almost want to, let me rather not talk too much, but let me just say, a lot of the brokers you see around today, if JP Markets never closed down, wouldn't be here. So yes, for sure, making a comeback. Or convo. Bula, how does one come back after what is done? How do you rebuild your character trust? And how you've done it, Daniel goes, hey Vince, I don't know, dude. That's the thing. I think here's the thing, Chad. As much as people will ridicule and go crazy about something, we just people. And I think we realize we messed up. Here's the thing. If he comes back and he owns up and he's like, guys, listen here, official statement. I'm a 22-year-old guy. I had this dream of doing X, Y, and Z. To be very honest with you guys, I messed up. I got emotional, didn't know what to do, tried to get whatever. And he comes and is honest and is open. Chad, I would say give the man a break. And he can clearly state and he can be like, listen, the internal investigation has been done. Yeah, you can see for the record there were no equity deals, whatever. You can't tell me you can be mad at the man.
No, but that's my thing. He needs to come back. He needs to make that statement and he needs to prove it. if he comes out and even if he says, like, okay, Chris, this is my thing, all right? Let's say he comes back and he apologizes, like we say, you're young, admit you fucked up. But he cannot prove to you that there wasn't an equity deal.
Yeah, I think the equity deal, if there was an equity deal, no.
If there was an equity deal there and he cannot prove that there wasn't, he's done.
Yeah.
If he can come back, apologize, take it on the chin, admit he made a mistake. We all traders, we've all done it. Admit where you went wrong, admit you blew up, whatever the case was, but there was never an equity deal. You can forgive the man and move on. But if that equity deal was there, he's in trouble.
And that's my issue with a guy like Ted. Just come out and say, guys, listen here, I messed up. But a guy like Ted, you can't, because a guy like Ted, a guy like Raja, once your head is completely up your own ass, you can't have these type of conversations. It's literally you like that wheel. You just keep pushing your head deeper up in your own ass, and that's why a guy like Raja or Ted can't have these type of conversations. Hopefully Don's head is not that far up his own ass, which I don't think it is. But Chad, I'm going to be honest with you. If he comes back and he states no equity deal, investigation has been done, whatever, dude, we can. It's just as well we say we can't give Shaquille a chance when he blew up a Pam.
Yeah. No, let's just say
Shaquille came out and he immediately said, he's like, bro, he's crying, there's remorse, whatever. You can't slate the guy for that.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. If he comes back and he can apologize, admit everything, and show us with proof that
there was
an
no
equity deal,
yeah.
100% can forgive the guy and he can come back. We've always said, guys, if you've been around here, Chris and myself are we like I'm gonna say fanboys, but we are for Don. We like Don. We probably wouldn't be here today streaming if it wasn't for Don. But yeah, the man's got to admit and come right there.
Kingsley, go far your head up. Look there, Vince. You mean so far up that he can brush his teeth? Oh, Chad. No, listen, yeah, that is. I hope my own head never gets stuck in my own ass. Hey, man. But yeah, a lot of these brokers all came from Justin. So I think Justin birthed a lot of brokers, a lot of broker dreams. So yeah, I think maybe they must also one day just give credit to Justin and say, Justin, thanks, bro. You starting JP Markets, us working for you, and then JP Markets closing down for that bit. Really helped us. So, but they'll never admit it. They'll never admit it. All right, gold. Chris, Ironman Trading is loving this Don and Wix nonsense. I creased to Ironman's IG story. Who's Ironman's? And Chad, here's the thing. Raja is still pissed because Raja had a meeting many years ago when he started Dominion. And he thought that he's going to get Don. And he was like, yo, me and Don, we tight. And we even trade the same, we talk the same, and we're having a meeting, and and Don just said, "Nah, bro, I'm not an IB for Dominion. I'll rather go with a regulated broker." And from that time, Chad, Raja has been punching the air. He has been punching the air because Don did what he couldn't.
Yeah, I think he knows how much he missed there, bro.
Don did what Raja couldn't do, and here's the thing: even if you don't like the way Don trade, Don still made his money. Even if he had a 50% drawdown sometimes on his account, he still made money. And I think that's what made Raja mad, because it's like, yo, this guy actually trades better than me. He doesn't want to partner with my broker. His live streams are getting bigger than mine. You little firecracker. Hey man, Anish, there's no best broker, man. It's completely up to you as a client. I think at the end of the day, you need to go with the broker where the support is good. As much as it's important to have a good trading platform and execution and all of that, I think we've seen that support plays the biggest role. So trade with a broker that's going to give you support and the support you need. And obviously we're going to be biased here and say Vault Markets is the best broker, but it's completely up to you as a client. You can go and check out the brokers that you want to. We affiliated with Vault Markets, so you should take everything that we say about a broker with a little bit of salt if you're affiliated with them, because you are obviously going to be biased. But in all honest truth, all of you guys have seen, we trade with Vault Markets, the news events. We trade with Vault Markets on our personal accounts. So it's not a case of...
I mean, the guys that have traded with us, they've traded the support. We can assist you, help you. The withdrawals are super fast. So there's nothing if you just want to say, for example, there's nothing that's a red flag. Let's put it that way.
So it's not a case of us trying to punt a broker and we don't use it. We on grassroots level with all of you guys, and we traded with you. If we get slipped, you also get slipped. It's not a case of we've got this little special server for Chris and Keegan and everything is smooth. No. There's been times when we've been slipped. There's been times where it's lagging with news events. There's been all of that, but
we in it with you guys. Remember, one of us.
One of us. Keegan is already, the account is loaded. Can you trade news on Vault Funded Challenge? You can. So and sorry, Kicks, what I wanted to say is, if you think about it, Words of Wisdom, Jade Cap, and what is that other Paladin guy?
Yeah.
So they rug pulled with Smart Funded Trader that we obviously knew that was owned by Angelo. Angelo rug pulled all of the prop firms. And they just went on like nothing. Now Words of Wisdom is with Alpha Capital Group. I haven't seen that Paladin dude. I think he started a course again. So it seems you can just keep it moving. Just wait for fresh blood in the market.
Yeah. Donvo will come back as Zotto.
Also, when Don made his first million on stream, Raja wanted both of them to do a meetup with fans, but charge them. Hey, bro, Raja will charge for everything. Don refused to charge fans for a meetup. Raja was pissed, calling him a traitor. Dude, Donville will come back as I wish Don would come. Dude, the best thing for me was still that... dude, I still sent Don a message and I said, bro, at all costs, just keep this domain. Yeah, they chalked it. Damn. Yeah, bro, that was a brilliant play. Raja Banks redirecting to Don's YouTube channel. Don was a very good guy, yeah, man. I honestly, Chad, like I said, me and Keegan, we honestly loved his energy, and yeah, that's why I said that the one guy commenting on that video I made, and I said, dude, it's honestly a sad day. It's not ever good when something like this happens, because he was a resource to many on his live streams. He gave a lot of people hope as well, so you never want that to go away. Dude, gold is gonna take, yeah. I was waiting for this retest of the opening range on SA40. Never got it. There was the fake out outside of the opening range. We're now back at the 200. So let's see. Weekly S3. My guys, do you have a discount? No, Moscow Gomez. Don't lie to me, brother. Don't lie to me. Don't Moscow. No, my brother. Come on. No. Wait. Moscow. Wait. Moscow, my bro. No. No. Moscow. What is here on the no? Chad, I don't know.
Those EYS don't work, bro.
I don't know, Chad. I don't know, baby. No, Moscow, we still love you. It's 2Gs, my bro. It's there. I'm just taking the piss out of you a little bit. Chris, do a video on Raja. What must I do, bro? I don't even want to spend time on that, dude. I don't even want to give him any platform. What happened to Sims, the Mantla, the guy of Trade for Africa? Seems like he just vanished from the public face. I don't know, Sims. I don't know. Chris, did you mention that Raja Banks blocked you on both Instagram? Bro, did he block me on Twitter now as well? No, man. No, man. Don't tell me he blocked me on Twitter.
Bro.
No, man.
At this stage, guys, I swear it's easier to tell you traders that Chris isn't blocked by.
Let's check here. No, don't block me on Twitter. No, don't block me on Twitter.
Come on.
Oh yeah, the one guy that did block me is that Capital Hungry dude, that Jeevan or whatever the guy's name is. He blocked me. Yes, I just went way too hard at the poor guy. Yeah, he blocked me on everything. I went too hard at him. But
who's that now?
he's also part of that entire Canadian clan, Jeevan.
Oh yeah,
He's got this little power complex about himself, and a little bit, I would say, a lot of main character syndrome. Come on, China, I can't afford toothpaste. Come to Australia, Chris. I'm gonna chat to Andy. Maybe I come and visit Australia there. Raja Brokers Dubai based, right? No, it is Comoros Union.
the middle of nowhere.
Comoros Union. It's based here. That's where the company is registered. Comoros, this little island here, and then it's just on his website. He states that the management unit of the company is in Dubai, but it's this tiny little island. Bro, but you have to actually sit down and think. Somebody told him there's a benefit if you want to do scammy shit to register your company here.
Yeah.
Because his company has changed a few. That's why he went to Pakistan, and from Pakistan to Dubai, and yeah, I think there's obviously some weird stuff is there. Jeevan just too jacked on gym powder, simple. Yeah, it's a shame, dude. He's actually not a bad fundamental trader, but he's got a little bit of a power complex. Chris, his words of wisdom also dodgy. Khalil, all I can say is the guys go where the money is. The guys just follow the money. So it's honestly your take. What's your take on Tina's Blues FX? No, I don't know that. Chris, you can fill a circus tent full of clowns with all these scammers who blocked you. Steven, that's my thing. That's my thing. I'm just asking. I'm not attacking. That's the weird thing for me. What I told Raja as well is I'm just asking. Like, just give straight answers. Don't come with, as a multi-millionaire, I don't have to reply to Chris asking me about this. Because no hater is ever doing more than you do. And I'm like, bro, I'm not hating. I'm trying to instill confidence into the trading community. How can we instill confidence when... and here's the thing. They don't realize how much power they've got. So all you're doing is you basically sucking money out of the helpless people that actually need help. And you're just recycling it over and over and over. And it's... yeah. All right, Chad.
I think it's the station, bro.
I'm going to need to rinse my mouth a little bit. Go on, drink. Bro, NFP. Chad, before we go, I just want to check something here. Give me 1 second. Here. I'm going to ask you guys just to participate in a poll quickly before we go. And I'm going to do a giveaway for you guys as well. Project G guys, please don't participate in this one. Just want to see something here. I'm just gonna go P quick. Weirdly, I still have P in me. That P for TP is just too strong. We're gonna do a giveaway now. Quickly, I just want to see the poll. I'm gonna get Nighbot ready as well. We're gonna do a nice giveaway for you guys for NFP. We'll do a nice 10K account for NFP. Let me get Nighbot ready. So long, participate there. I'm going to pee quick, come back. We're going to do the giveaway. Yeah. Geeks, show them what you're looking at for NFP, the buy and the sell.
Yeah, as I said, guys, it's going to be a ranging market, yeah. So you just enter your buy stop, your sell stop, and you're good. Gruber, you asked us this yesterday. I'm going to give you the same answer. If you want to know, join Project G, bro. Buying straight NFP. Hey. I'm new to this channel. You guys have funded company, yeah. What do you mean, do we have one? Is it we partner one? Do we own one? What are you referring to? Rather go full margin with a firecracker than NFP. I saw a mentor post last on how to trade news with buy stops and sell stops. Yeah, the guys love it. Knowing gold, you can get triggered on both. Yeah, pretty much. Buy stop and sell stop will get you slipped crazy. I learned that the hard way, guys. Okay, King, I hope you aren't taking me seriously, bro, when I said that. Bro, other traders are saying today's NFP is selling. That's awesome, bro. Do you own? No, I do not. Chris does. Do you guys offer copy trading? No, brother. We don't believe in that. Full margins sell NFP today. Yeah, all right. Go for it, bro.
What are they doing?
The guys, some are buying, some are selling.
Interesting. Keys, what do you say? I don't have to stress about them putting me on the wrong operation list for penal reduction. What did you say? They're not enough today.
They'll see it and know, bro.
I'll be like, Chad, I think we need to build up here a little bit. We can't jump away. Anyways, Chad, sorry man, just a little banter here. Look, the operation is tiny, Chad. I just don't like this entire. Anyways, let's see. Let's get Nighbot ready. Let's get. Dude, I hope it's hot in there. If it's cold, I'm gonna tell them it's just a little cold. Don't judge me. And Kings, imagine the doctor's like, all right, Chris, I hope you don't mind. We've got some of the doctors that's doing their 2 year, what do they call it, article years. So they're also gonna specialize. So here's the 3 ladies joining us, and then I'm gonna be like, nah, doc, that's not cool, my dude.
Anish, brother, I know you were here when I said it, so please use your ears if you do want our answer. Join Project G.
Okay. Damn. Okay, so 62% of you are buying gold, 38% selling. I think NFP will come, sell, then it will pump, make another high. What's your views? Okay. Chad, to Zuma. Sure. Okay. Alrighty. Keeks, give me a number range there.
Sure, bro, I love that answer. If the news is weak, I'm buying.
Give me a number range there for the boys.
Let's go 600 to 700. Nice quick one.
Okay, Chad, in and out burger, yeah. 600, 700. Here we go, baby. Here we go. All right, Donnie Pretorius is our winner, Chad. Donnie Pretorius. Donnie, I think you've won before, my brother. Donnie Pretorius, you are the winner, my brother.
Sheesh.
Donnie, you know the process. Donnie is still blitzing some numbers there. Let's just wait for Donnie. I think, hey, Donnie is still blitzing. Donnie, you've got it, my brother. You've got it.
Donnie, you still going, bro.
Still, hey, Donnie, you got it, my bro. Stop. You got it, Donnie. Let's just wait. Donnie's like, okay. Donnie Pretorius, you got it, my bro. you got it. Donnie, yeah, you know the process. Please just screenshot your profile. This specific YouTube one screenshot. Please email support@vaultfunder and just say I'm gonna chat to them now as well. Chad, but listen here. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. No trade for me on the JSE today. That would have been the trade. Didn't get the retest. It is Friday. It is NFP Friday, so get ready for that. I want you guys to Andre Forex. I want you guys to enjoy it. Remember, it's not really about the result. It's all about your decision beforehand, that you make calculated decisions, win or lose. It is always a lucky event. I'm super bleak. I'm missing it, but CPI, I'm gonna be here. And remember, I'm still telling you guys that NFP is going to become the big one now for the rest of the year. So I think myself and Keegan, it will be confirmed after the next CPI. And then Keegs is still thinking in the back of his head, this Chris Market Bull guy is talking a lot of shit. I've seen big moves on CPI. What is he talking about NFP becoming the big one now? But Chad, it will be confirmed on the next one. But Keegs, all of the best for NFP, my brother.
I appreciate it, bro.
Steering the ship alone here today. What I would suggest is just let my wife know. Just say yay or nay. So that when I wake up, I'm just going to ask her, Liffy,
I'm
But
just gonna be there, bro. Either NFP's on a stretcher or we on a stretcher.
But either way, Chad, we've made our decision. We know what we want to do. So good luck, Keeks. Any closing remarks for the Chad? Yeah.
Nah, I think, guys, we, as I always say to you, anyone that has trading news with us, we know what we're doing. We don't change. We don't veer from the plan half an hour, 20 minutes before, an hour before. We stick to it. Yeah, it's just another one. Obviously, NFP, as you always say, the trickier one of the two. But yeah, pretty confident we can bring today's one home. And yeah, for all the guys that are in Prodigy, remember we start at 2 o'clock for the call. So I'll see you guys there.
Yeah, Project G, guys, I'm going to actually put a Teams call on now. Just going to show Keeks how it works. But Bev, bro, I hope to actually add some inches. I hope it's not cold in that operating room. Then I'm just going to say, guys, it's cold here. Like you've seen, anyways. Yeah, and big shout out to Dylan. Dylan, big shout out, my brother. Dylan coming to pray for me this morning. Really taking out the time coming to the office. Dylan, really appreciate the prayer, my brother. Dylan is the man praying for you guys on the prayer wall. Dylan is the guy that's walking a righteous road. We the guys that need the prayer. Dylan's the guy also standing in prayer for us. So again, Chad, we're not perfect. We're naughty. We catch on nonsense as well. We never try to act like we're perfect, but we've got guys like Dylan in the chat as well, praying for us and praying for you guys as well. So big shout out to Dylan for that. And for the rest of you guys, enjoy it, baby. Peace and love. I will see you guys on Monday. Maybe if I get done at 2, maybe I'm back for the stream. Elsie's like, yo, you can't stream it. Chad, if I'm awake by the time the stream hasn't started yet or it just started, I'm coming back, Chad. What's the fatality? No, bro, what cack are we talking fatality? It's just a little snip. Chad, peace and love, baby. Cheers.
This love that you never started, you once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered.